Hi. Welcome to Did You Know? The channel with interesting facts about everything. I'm still thinking about the solar eclipse of last week, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Did you know these facts about solar eclipses? Solar eclipses, where the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, obscuring the Sun's light, are fascinating phenomena that have intrigued humans for millennia. Solar eclipses can occur only during a new moon. This is the only phase when the moon can come between the Earth and the Sun, causing a shadow to fall on Earth. However, not every new moon results in a solar eclipse because the orbits of the Earth and the moon are not perfectly aligned. Just before and after totality, when the moon completely covers the Sun, the rugged lunar landscape allows beads of sunlight to shine through in some places, and not in others. These are known as Bailey's beads, after Francis Bailey, who provided an explanation for this phenomenon in 1836. They are also called diamond rings. Solar eclipses helped prove Einstein's theory of relativity. During the total solar eclipse of May 29, 1919, astronomers observed the positions of stars near the Sun's edge. Their apparent positions were shifted due to the Sun's gravity bending the light, supporting Einstein's general theory of relativity. Einstein became a global celebrity after the eclipse of 1919. The solar eclipse of May 29, 1919, provided the first observational evidence for Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity. The event was pivotal in transforming Einstein from a relatively unknown scientist into a global celebrity, as headlines around the world hailed the confirmation of his theory. Solar eclipses occur in cycles called Saros cycles, lasting about 18 years, 11 days, and 8 hours. After this period, a solar eclipse will repeat, but it will be visible from a different part of the Earth. The cycle is due to a harmony between the Sun, Earth, and Moon's orbits. During a total solar eclipse, the temperature can drop by 20 degrees Fahrenheit, about 11 degrees Celsius, or more, as the Sun's rays are blocked by the Moon. Just before and after totality, shadow bands can be seen on plane-colored surfaces. These are caused by the Earth's atmosphere refracting the last bits of sunlight. They appear as a pattern of thin, wavy lines moving in parallel. Animals react to eclipses. During a solar eclipse, birds have been observed to return to their nests, and nocturnal animals may begin their nighttime activities, fooled into thinking nightfall has come. Please be quiet. I'm sleeping. Historical records have used eclipses to date events. For instance, a solar eclipse mentioned in Homer's Odyssey is thought to date an event in 1178 BC. Total solar eclipses will eventually cease. Billions of years from now, total solar eclipses will no longer occur because the Moon is gradually moving away from Earth. Each year, the Moon drifts about 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters, farther away, which will eventually lead to the Moon being too small in the sky to completely cover the Sun. There's a rare type of solar eclipse called a hybrid eclipse that shifts between being an annular and a total eclipse. Due to the curvature of the Earth's surface, some locations on Earth will see a total eclipse, while others will see an annular eclipse. This phenomenon is rare. The last hybrid eclipse occurred in April 20, 2023. The ancient Greeks were able to predict solar eclipses with the Saros cycle, a discovery attributed to the Chaldeans. The Greek philosopher Thales of Miletus is credited with accurately predicting a solar eclipse in 585 BC, which allegedly paused a battle between the Lydians and the Medes when both sides took the eclipse as a sign to cease fighting. I know some people that should have done the same thing in last week's eclipse. The duration of a total solar eclipse can vary. The longest a total solar eclipse can last is about 7 minutes and 32 seconds. However, most are much shorter. The length of an eclipse depends on several factors, including the Earth's distance from the Sun, the Moon's distance from the Earth, and the location of the observer on Earth. The longest total solar eclipse in recent times occurred on July 22, 2009, and lasted for 6 minutes and 39 seconds over parts of Asia. While Earth experiences spectacular solar eclipses due to the perfect size and distance alignment of the Sun and Moon, other planets also experience eclipses. However, because other planets have different numbers and sizes of moons, their eclipses can be quite different. For example, a solar eclipse on Mars, caused by its moon Phobos, would appear as a small shadow moving across the surface because Phobos is too small to cover the Sun entirely. Jupiter, with its many moons, frequently experiences solar eclipses. Uranus has 28 moons! Throughout history, solar eclipses have been interpreted as omens. In many ancient cultures, eclipses were seen as messages from the gods, often interpreted as forewarnings of doom. The Vikings, for example, believed that solar eclipses occurred when a giant wolf was attempting to eat the sun. There is a hobby known as eclipse chasing where individuals travel around the world to witness solar eclipses. Eclipse chasers are often passionate about astronomy and are willing to go to great lengths, sometimes even to remote locations, to experience the fleeting moments of totality. Looking directly at the sun during an eclipse can cause permanent eye damage. Special glasses equipped with solar filters are necessary to safely view a solar eclipse. These glasses are much darker than regular sunglasses, blocking out more than 99.99% of the sun's light. Luckily, I already knew this. Only during a total solar eclipse can the sun's corona be observed with the naked eye. The corona is the sun's outer atmosphere, which is usually hidden by the bright light of the sun's surface. It appears as a wispy, radiant halo around the dark silhouette of the moon. The magnitude of a solar eclipse is the fraction of the sun's diameter obscured by the moon. Obscuration is the fraction of the sun's total surface area covered by the moon. These measurements are used by astronomers to describe the extent of an eclipse. The first evidence of helium was discovered during a solar eclipse. In 1868, French astronomer Jules Janssen and English astronomer Joseph Norman Lockyer observed a yellow spectral line in the light from the sun's chromosphere during a solar eclipse. This was evidence of an unknown element, which they named helium, after the Greek sun god Helios. It wasn't found on Earth until 1895. The Babylonians developed sophisticated mathematical algorithms to predict solar eclipses. They used the Saros cycle and made detailed observations of celestial events, recording them on clay tablets. Their ability to predict eclipses was remarkably accurate for the time and significantly contributed to the field of astronomy. In Hindu mythology, solar eclipses are attributed to the shadow demons Rahu and Ketu, who are said to swallow the sun, causing an eclipse. These mythological beings represent the points of intersection of the paths of the sun and the moon as they move on the celestial sphere, which are known in astronomy as the ascending and descending lunar nodes. Solar eclipses can cause changes in wind speed and direction. As the solar eclipse progresses and the sun's rays are blocked by the moon, a noticeable drop in temperature occurs over a large area in a short period. This rapid cooling can disrupt local wind patterns, a phenomenon sometimes referred to as eclipse wind. Solar eclipses have been woven into the fabric of various cultures through myths and literature. For instance, in Vietnamese mythology, eclipses are caused by a giant frog devouring the sun. In Korea, it is eaten by a pack of dogs, while Viking legends attribute eclipses to wolves chasing and catching the sun. In modern literature, solar eclipses often symbolize change, darkness, or foreboding. The sun's corona, visible during a total solar eclipse, remains one of the big puzzles in solar physics. The corona is much hotter than the surface of the sun, with temperatures exceeding 1 million degrees Celsius compared to the 5,500 degrees Celsius surface temperature. Scientists are still investigating why the corona is so much hotter, with magnetic waves and nanoflares being two leading theories. During a solar eclipse, the amount of sunlight reaching solar panels drops significantly, causing a temporary reduction in solar power generation. Grid operators must plan for these events to ensure a stable power supply, especially in regions heavily reliant on solar energy. astronauts aboard the International Space Station have unique opportunities to observe solar eclipses. From their vantage point, they can see the moon's shadow moving across the Earth's surface. They can also experience multiple eclipses by moving through the Earth's orbit. When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut. Wait, how old am I? The first photograph of a solar eclipse was taken on July 28, 1851, by Johann Julius Friedrich Berkowski, a Prussian photographer. This daguerreotype, the first detailed photographic image of the sun's corona, marked a significant milestone in the history of astronomy and photography. Solar eclipses in polar regions, such as Antarctica, offer unique scientific opportunities due to the extreme environments. Eclipses here can be used to study changes in the atmospheric conditions more effectively due to the stark contrasts in temperature and light. Scientific expeditions to these regions during solar eclipses help researchers understand atmospheric dynamics under extreme conditions. The earliest solar eclipse prediction recorded was by the ancient Chinese astrologers during the reign of Zhongkang, the fourth emperor of the Xia dynasty, around 2136 BCE. Legend has it that two astrologers, Shi and Ho, failed to predict the eclipse, leading to their execution. This tale underscores the importance of eclipse prediction in ancient times for ruling classes. Solar eclipses have been depicted in art for centuries, not just for their visual spectacle but also for their symbolic meaning. Eclipses in medieval and Renaissance art often symbolized divine intervention or significant historical events. Modern artists sometimes use eclipses to explore themes of darkness, transformation, and the sublime. Solar eclipses offer a unique opportunity to study the sun's outer atmosphere in infrared light. Without the bright glare of the sun, astronomers can use infrared telescopes to observe the corona's structure, temperature, and magnetic fields in greater detail. These observations are crucial for understanding solar wind and space weather predictions. Leveraging the power of crowdsourcing, astronomers and scientists have initiated projects to compile images and videos of solar eclipses taken by thousands of volunteers across the eclipse path. These megamovies provide a continuous and detailed view of the eclipse's progress, offering insights into the dynamics of the solar corona and promoting public engagement in science. French physicist Maurice Allais reported observations of anomalous behavior in pendulums during a total solar eclipse in 1954, suggesting a possible connection to gravitational anomalies. While subsequent studies have yielded mixed results, these claims sparked debates and further research into the complex interactions between gravity and celestial alignments. Wow! Did you know that? Talking about the universe makes me feel so small. And did you know that you can subscribe to us? Expand your knowledge about everything and always have the coolest facts. See you in the next eclipse. Or maybe a little sooner.